Fuck it, say fuck it, I'm going in. Look like it's snowing me. This room cause I'm throwing money. They think that it's fucking funny, but I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I only live one way, that's Monday through Sunday. See me on the highway, they calling me the fly J. Then they see me passing by, now they call me the by J. See me when I drive up, they calling me the driveway. And I got a flame, man, this Texas is the driveway. Damn,
I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna smoke that goods. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's all love. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the shows every day, man. Good days, bad days, all that good stuff. Let's get straight to it, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you really do like the shows, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Share the word about the show as well. That's better. Like you can save the tips and all that, man. Share the word about the show. That's one of the best things that you can do for me. You see what I'm saying? I don't need your money. If you want a tip, I ain't gonna talk you off. You see what I'm saying? But share, like, better than a tip would be you sharing the word about the show, telling people subscribe to the channel, man. That would just spreading the word. That would be very much appreciated, man. It's all love. We stand calculated. We noticing the patterns. Trusting our instincts, trusting our guts. We're not having any regrets, my guys. Also, if you guys can go download the Action Network app, man. It's a really good. It's really good for you guys to make you guys better. So also, they have a ton of offers over there for, like, if you're new at signing up at sports books. They got special offers where you can bet like $5 to get 200 in bonus if you're into that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? But regardless, a ton of things, projections for player props, whatever you like to do, man. They got shit over there. NFL, everything, man. It's all love, man. But hit that like button. Let's try to get 1,200 likes on today's show. If you're watching the show live, make sure you're hitting that like button, my guys. I appreciate you, Cool Kev, for that $10 tip there, my guy. We got a new member. We got a couple of new members as well for the chat. Kevin Chin, new member for the chat, man. I appreciate you for joining the family, man. We like a family here. We all trying to cash together. There's people that's been with me like the last 4 or 5 years, through the ups, through the downs, man. I appreciate y'all. And also, for the people that's new to the show, these are my special glasses here. I know they look funky as hell. I know that, you know what I'm saying, they blend in with the background as well, man. But for the people that don't know, like, I'm wearing these glasses no matter what. I don't care what people think about them. They got sentimental value to me, and they bring us good luck. So I'm all about positive vibes. Send me more positive vibes. Paul says, how does he tip? You can tip right here on YouTube, or the info is in the comments as well, man, but that's totally up to you. You see what I'm saying? But I know that you guys been making some cheddar out there. I hope you have, man. But yeah, they dropping the tips in the chat. I appreciate you, yo. Appreciate you, CEO Gordo. Thank you for the takes, Philly. But I knew you'd turn around, man. I roll with you regardless. That's real right there. I appreciate that. That's real. But I ain't here to waste your time. Just did a little Saturday show. I got some games that I'm liking. I got some angles that I'm liking. So let's get straight to it. I'm not here to waste your time. If you signed into YouTube, hit the like button, my guys. It's the least that you could do. Let's head over here to the streets of Boston. This one, man. Let's get right down to business. Celtics laying 15.5 points at the house versus the Houston Rockets. The Celtics are 18-0 at the house, guys. This is where this team absolutely balls out. They're 11-7 against the spread. They're coming off a game where they got absolutely smoked versus the Milwaukee Bucks in that game, guys. But I don't think the Celtics should be laying this amount of points. And this was an angle. I'm always thinking about angles and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is Udoka's first game back in Boston. And I know that his players want to show up for him. Now, it's a back-to-back for the Rockets. It's a third game in 4 nights, all on the road. It's 4th and 6th nights, all on the road as well. This is their 6th game in 9 days. Not necessarily, especially when it's like 4th and 6th nights all on the road. It's not the best spot for the Rockets, I'll tell you straight up. But this is also the Celtics' 6th game in 9 days. Remember, they had just came off a spot where they were playing 5 games in 7 nights. So, I mean, this is still, what 6th game in 8 days for the Celtics here. I mean, 5th game in 8 days, 6th game in 9 nights. They're just not on a back-to-back. Now, they rested their starters in the second half. I don't know how well the NBA likes that. They do not like when teams do that shit. I mean, just rest them. Don't even play them in the game. You're just not going to come out there with them in the second half. I don't think the NBA like that. I'll tell you that right now. We know the Celtics are going to drop one at the house at some point. I'm not saying it's going to be here, but I would not be a bit surprised if the Rockets shock the world. This is a huge game for the simple fact that this Udoka, I mean, if you know, and how he left Boston, all that. I'm watching the game. First off, I was rooting for the Pistons to win that game last night heavily. Like I was under the impression that the Rockets was going to tank their game last night, which they should have lost, and so that they could win this one. They didn't care about the Pistons game. Was I'm watching the whole game, they didn't care. Like I'm talking about, they did not care about their game whatsoever. We'll see if everybody plays. I'd love to get Dylan Brooks back in this game. I'd lean towards the Rock. I mean, I actually like the Rockets here plus 15.5. It's going up to 16. I don't care. I know the Celtics are pissed off coming off that Bucks loss, but I mean, that doesn't mean that they got to blow the Rockets out by 20 points here. The Rockets are coming to play in this game. I know that they're not the best team on the road, but when I'm watching that game last night versus Detroit, I said, these guys do not care about this game. They're looking ahead to that game tomorrow versus the Boston Celtics, guys. Shout out to my guy, JT. I believe he's up there in Philly, man. He gifted one NBA Talk with Jay free sports betting membership. I appreciate that, my brother. He's been rocking with me for a while, too. I appreciate you, man. CH with another tip in there, man. I appreciate you, my brother. I think the Rockets are the right side in this game, plus the 15.5. Now, I know that nobody will like this. I know it's unpopular. Celtics can be, but this is both teams, 6 game and 9 nights. And in this situation, you can't be laying 15.5 points. I know the Rockets aren't the best team. I'd really love to get that's not word. Appreciate you, my brother. I'd really love to get Dylan Brooks back in this game. I think the Rockets are the right side in this game. I think they can keep this game within double digits, if not shock the world and hand the Celtics their first loss of the season. I know the Celtics are pissed. I know that they are coming off that drubbing versus the Bucks, but it wasn't really just like that they got blown out. They just ran out of gas. They didn't have anything. 5th game in 7 nights. They were coming off a overtime game versus the Timberwolves. If I know anything about the NBA, they might be a little pissed at the Celtics for how they did this shit. I think that might have been a national TV game as well. You see what I'm saying? But Rockets, this is a huge motivational spot for the Rockets to get up in this game for their coach. Could they get blown out by 30? It's definitely possible, guys. So nothing's guaranteed. You know, I always tell you, nothing is guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? But I don't like the spot for the Celtics here laying 16 points, 15.5. I think the Rockets plus the 15.5 plus the 16 are the right side in this game, my guys. Both teams, but their Celtics aren't on the back-to-back, but they're 6 game and 9 nights. I would not lay 15.5 with the Boston Celtics today, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Atlanta here. The sorry streets of Atlanta. The Hawks are probably the worst. The worst good team, the worst team with good players that I have ever seen in my life. This team is absolutely horrible. I don't know how you give up. The game still went under yesterday, but I don't even know how you give up 126 points to that version of the Indiana Pacers. Pacers went out there and put it on them. No Halliburton. It doesn't matter. The Pacers absolutely own the Hawks. This team is so bad. Obviously, the DeJounte. Now, when you start to hear trade rumors and shit, it gets into your head. Now, they was already bad, but they know that DeJounte Murray's gonna be gone. They know. I think even aside of that, I just think the Hawks are just like they're just fucking around this year. Like they just don't care. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. They don't deserve to make the playoffs. They don't want Capella on the team. DeJounte Murray is going to get traded to possibly the Lakers or the Spurs. They don't like Trae Young. The coach just seems like he doesn't even care that they're getting blown out like this. I'm listening to the postgame. I don't know what to do with the Hawks. Now, obviously, the Wizards are ass, but I could only look towards the Wizards here, and that's saying something there. Now, the Hawks have beaten the Wizards 6 straight times, and they've beaten them 9 out of the last 10 as well. But I also saw the Hawks earlier this season, December 31st, 2023. Hawks are up double digits. Before you know it, it's a 4 or 5 point game. It's just what they do. I will never trust the Hawks laying points with them. This is an easy game for me. It's either you take the Wizards and you stay off the game, and it's pretty simple for me. But I mean, this Hawks team doesn't even deserve to be talked about on the show, in my opinion, guys. This team is absolutely ass. I've never seen a team with good players, with this great of players, you see what I'm saying, play this bad, man. I'm all the way off the Hawks. I'm all the way off the Hawks. This team got something going on, like behind the scenes. I'd stay so far away from this team. Let's go over to the streets of Memphis in this one, guys. Grizzlies they're getting 8, but I put 7.5 on the banner for a reason. I don't think Jalen Brunson's going to play in this game. Now, that doesn't mean that the Knicks can't cover, because the Grizzlies are down in the dumps. They got, even another injury. We don't know if Bane's going to play, but the way they was look, I wasn't even watching the game. I'm not going to even stunt with you, but I know that Bane left the game. and he didn't come back. Like when you can't even shoot the free throws, that tells me that it's something really going on with him. See what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what's going on with Bane. I don't know. Like guys in the chat, let me know what happened with Bane. I know he whatever he did, he couldn't shoot the free throws and he couldn't even come back in the game. Now that doesn't mean that he's not going to play in today's game. You have to see what's up with the injury report. But if they don't have Bane and Brunson sits out in this game, you got to look towards the under in this particular game. But honestly, Brunson was limping heavily after that Mavs game. He has a calf contusion. If the Knicks want to really do something, first off, they can win this game without him. First off, you see what I'm saying? Also, when you got something with calf, Achilles, hamstring, something like that, a soft tissue injury, you don't want to be fucking around with that. So I'm not going to say that Brunson's out. I appreciate y'all. But I'd be very surprised if Jalen Brunson is game. So if he played in this game, so the Knicks could still go out there and smack up the Grizzlies. But if Brunson's out, you can get a better number. You see what I'm saying? But if Bane and Brunson out, it might stay the same. But I said all that to say, for prop guys, I don't think Brunson's playing in this game. Straight up. You see what I'm saying? But the Knicks can still win it. I told you, the Grizzlies aren't going to win many more games. They already without John Morant for the year. They kind of just, it was just a devastating blow for them when they finally start to catch a groove. And then Marcus Smart is out for 6 weeks. Now if Bane is out for a little bit, get the tank, fill the tank up. Fill the tank up for the Grizzlies. You might as well go ahead and rest Triple J as well. Look towards the future. Look towards the young guys. Call your guys up from the G League. See what I'm saying? The Grizzlies are finished, in my opinion. They do have a big MLK game coming up as well versus the Warriors, but I'm not looking towards the Grizzlies. I'm not. I'm sorry. So it's Knicks or nothing for me here. See what's up with Jalen Brunson. I don't think he's going to play. That's just me, especially the way he was limping last game. You don't need to force it. So you might get a better number with the Knicks, but I do think they win this game regardless. You see what I'm saying? So exactly. That's what I mean, little pigs. Get ahead of it. Like look towards, if Brunson's out, try to see who you think is going to have the next best game. It could be Julius Randle, which the Knicks say that they're shopping him. We don't know. But you could be looking at DiVincenzo, maybe like some Quinn Grimes threes. You see what I'm saying? Some Josh Hart props, but I would try to get ahead of it. I don't see Brunson playing this game. And if Bane is out, they definitely not playing Brunson because they know that they have enough guys to win this game regardless. So that's just how I'm looking at the game, my guys. But nothing for me on that game. Let's go over to the streets of Oklahoma City in this one, guys. Thunder laying 11.5 points at the house versus the Orlando Magic in this one. Magic, obviously, and I made a mistake the other day. The Thunder were leaving from Miami, and they went home, and I said that they lose an hour. That's a mistake there. When you're going west, you actually gain an hour. So the Magic actually gained an hour. That it's not as bad. It's worse when you're going from west to east. That's when you lose the hour. I had to correct. I'm always thinking about this shit. I had to correct myself. I'm like, they didn't lose an hour. They gained an hour. They went out there and smoked the fucking Blazers by 60 points. Now, I'll be honest, like I don't really know what to do with this game. I mean, the Thunder can smack them by 20, but I do know that the Magic can hang with these guys, but they do have a ton of injuries. Franz Wagner's still out. They got Ingles back yesterday, and now he's out. Because he's not going to play on back-to-backs. Markelle Fultz not going to play on back-to-backs. Banchero is pissed, though. He know that he probably should have at the very least tied that game. The ball slipped out of his hands. He even missed the game-tying three. They beat the Thunder last year as well. Remember when the Magic really start to catch their groove and start to figure out, like, if we play defense and can knock down some shots, we can come to ball. That was towards the end of the year last year, and January 4th, 2023, they beat the Thunder outright at the house, 126-115. They've actually covered. OKC is 8-2 against the spread last 10 versus the Magic, but the Magic have won 3 of the last 6 matchups versus these two teams. So while the Magic are on the back-to-back, the Thunder are balling. It's really hard to bet against the Thunder at the house. But in my opinion, I feel like them laying 11.5, like they're facing the Wizards or somebody here. The Magic aren't that soft of a team. They can bang with these guys. They got Jonathan Isaac coming back as well. They got a couple guys. Now, Wendell Carter Jr. is still out as well, but they still have some guys they can bang with Chet down there. They got guys like Chumo Kiki. He's not really like a household name, but he's a defensive-minded first guy. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have Jalen Suggs going up against his old counterpart and Chet Holmgren. My guys say Magic money line. Hey, if they come back and win, if they win this game outright, I definitely got to give you a shout out. If they win this game outright, but I wouldn't be surprised. Saturdays and Sundays, you're gonna see funky results in the NBA. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times I kind of stay away from it, but for some reason, some of these dogs are like really calling me today. I heavily lean Magic here, plus 11.5. It's not that I'm hating on the Thunder. I just don't think, I think this line, I think you're paying a premium with the Thunder. You see what I'm saying? They're a really deep team. They ball out at the house. SGA could be the MVP. You see what I'm saying? Chet Holmgren could be the rookie of the year, my guy. So they can ball, but I don't know about 11.5 here. I feel like the line should be more like 8.5. Like landing 11.5, like they face up against the Wizards or the you know what I'm saying, or the fucking Spurs or somebody. The Magic aren't a soft team. They're gonna bang with your ass, man. And Baquero said, and I like that he said this. He says, "I owe y'all," which means Baquero's gonna come out in this game pissed. So I don't know, man. I lean towards Magic plus 11.5. Not enough to get there, but definitely seems like one of those funky type of Saturday spots where the Magic teams like the Magic and the Rockets might surprise a lot of people today, my guys. Another team that might surprise some people today. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee here. Play of the day. I'm on the Golden State Warriors here, plus 11.5. The Bucks have not done well laying double digits so far this year. I know that they just came off smacking the Celtics. I know that. That was more of a horrible spot for the Celtics, and it was a bounce back game for the Bucks as well. It was a bounce back game. They're coming off 2 blowout losses. So I'm glad that the Bucks got that off their chest. Now they can be at least a little fat and happy in this one. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Warriors shocked the world, won this game outright. And I said this earlier this year, but I kind of forgot about it. And it's really coming to fruition. The Warriors have flipped the script. At the house, they've been burning bettors' money, burning their backers' money. On the road, they actually been playing well. Remember, they went on this 7-game, they had the 7-game homestand. They went 2-5. It was getting absolutely smacked. Now, on the road, they've been playing a lot better basketball. I believe they started out winning their first 5 or 6 road games of the season, guys. What happened last night in Chicago? And I kind of said, maybe the Warriors needed to get on the road. They went out there and smacked the Chicago Bulls, man. Where it looked easy to take the Bulls, the Warriors looked like them old selves. They were playing with energy. I know it's a back-to-back. It's not too far of a travel. I believe they rode the bus from Chicago to Milwaukee. It's not that far of a travel. I like the Warriors here plus 11.5. I don't think the Bucks should be laying double digits here. They're 2-7 against the spread this year when laying more than 10 points. Those 2 wins came up against the versus the Detroit Pistons. Big wow, whoop-de fucking do. And then they beat the Nets as well when the Nets were down in the dumps. This isn't the I know the Warriors aren't the greatest team and nowhere near how they used to be, but I'm not scared of anybody. I mean, so Middleton's been balling. You got Giannis. I don't really know who's going to stop Giannis. You got Dame, but every time Curry goes up against Dame, he brings out the best in himself. You know what I'm saying? Only person scaring me off the bench is Bobby Portis. I don't like the Bucks here laying 11.5. They can lose this game outright. Give me the Golden State Warriors plus 11.5. Play of the day, my guys. I think these dogs are going to be barking. Double-digit dogs as well, man. I think Rockets going to be barking. I think the Magic finna be barking. I think the Warriors finna be I think the boys finna be barking today, man. The Warriors might, they could really go 4-0 on this road trip if they wanted to. I think they might shock the world and fuck around, win this game outright. But y'all know me, I don't take money line. You don't give me 11.5 points, and I think they're going to be in the game. Give me the Warriors here plus 11.5. As long as they play with the energy that they did last night, they can be in this game. Last few times they went to Milwaukee, they got absolutely smoked. They've lost by 17. They've lost by 19. Before they lost by 39 points. But this is a different Warriors team this year, as we know. And for whatever reason, they don't play well at the house, but they come to play on the road. It's crazy as hell. And it's the same team that's stuck in there with the Boston Celtics as well, the best team in the NBA. That was even at the house. So the Warriors have shown us they can ball. I know there's no Chris Paul. I know who's out, but I just feel like this is a few too many points. Give me the Warriors here plus 11.5. I won't have any regrets. As long as everybody plays, which they should, we shouldn't see anybody pop on the injury report because the Warriors need every win that they can get. I think they come to play today here, my guys. I think they come to play here. Give me the Warriors here. Warriors, come out and play. Give me the Warriors plus 11.5, my guys. That's my play of the day. Let's go over to the streets of San Antonio here. Spurs getting 6 at the house versus the Chicago Bulls. We know that Wemby's not in this game. We know that he's not going to play back-to-backs really anytime soon. So it's one of those things that you don't have to wait for it to be announced, which they already announced it, but you don't have to wait for that. We already know these things. If you stay locked in on the NBA, some things you don't have to wait for. You already know from previous times. You see what I'm saying? So Bulls have beaten them 3 straight times. They've covered 3 straight times as well versus San Antonio Spurs. Bulls obviously coming off of a loss versus those same Warriors that I talked about, coming off a little 2-game homestand. Spurs very quietly have won 2 straight and covered 6 straight as well. Obviously, every single one of those games they've had Wemby in, though. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Spurs play. Now, I have said this shit all season. Start Trey Jones at the point guard. What do you know? Now they've won. Now they've been winning and covering the spread lately. You see what I'm saying? What do you know? They have an actual point guard starting. Come on, Pop. Damn, you watch the show, Pop. You see what I'm saying? But no, I'm messing with y'all. But I mean, I'd like to lay with the Bulls here. I'd like for Zach LaVine to sit, and then I'd take the Bulls straight up. Like, please sit Zach LaVine here. He's coming back from an injury. If this is a back-to-back spot with travel, why you don't sit LaVine here? I'd love for that to happen. If LaVine sits, lines go down to 4, I'll take the Bulls. As it sits, I still lean Bulls. I think that they can win the game, especially with no Wemby. The Spurs won't have a center in this game because if I'm not mistaken, let me see, Zach Collins is still out. Who the fuck is playing center for the Spurs? Let me see. Yeah, because they didn't have a backup center. You could get whatever you want inside the paint versus the Spurs in this game with no Wemby. I'd lean towards the Bulls here, even the 6. Y'all know I don't like that. You know that I don't like the fact that Zach LaVine's in there. What do you say? Suggs is very far under the weather. His ability to fight through. Yeah, no, Suggs not on the injury report, but he definitely got a sickness. That's a fact. But I can't look towards the Spurs without Wemby. I can't do it. They don't have a center on the squad other than Wemby. So you don't really have a starting center. You don't have anybody. Whoever they had coming off the bench playing center, now he's starting. Bulls. If what's the guy's name over there? I'm forgetting his name. Billy Donovan. If he's smart, if he's a smart coach, he'll tell him, drive to the paint every single time. Drummond, Vucevic, they should absolutely feast in this game. Drive to they better try to get 70 points in the paint. That's going to be their path to success versus the Spurs. It should be somewhat of an easy game for the Bulls if they follow the game plan here. Could only look towards the Bulls in this particular game. Let's go over to the streets of Dallas here, guys. Mavs land 3 at the house versus the Pelicans. Mavs can't be laying 3 here without Luka, I'll tell you that. Now, a little bit of info. Pelicans got into their hotel room at 4:30 in the morning. It's not the greatest of spots, I'll tell you that. But the Pelicans are just much tougher team than the Mavs, straight up. It'd be interesting because they might get Lively back. If Lively's out here, if he's out in this game once again, even with the Pelicans still getting in super late, I could still only look towards Pelicans first half and full game, man. But you also need to see if everybody plays. Remember, they had 4 guys on the injury report last night. All 4 of them end up played. I didn't really expect that. You see what I'm saying? So if those injuries are real, and Zion was in there damn near to the end of the game and played 35 minutes, if those injuries were real, then somebody might pop up on the injury report here. But I'll be honest, I still don't agree with Mavs laying 3 here. You guys know that I know this team really well. I know that they can ball with Kyrie and no Luka. This is a type of game they need Luka for because the Pelicans have guys. I mean, if you double team Kyrie, then what? Then who's going to beat you here? The Pelicans are much more of a hard-nosed team. Even though they got into their hotel super light, I hope your ass slept on the plane because you don't get much sleep after that. But this is a back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights for the Pelicans, all on the road. But those guys didn't really play more than 30 minutes on the 10th versus the Warriors because they smacked them up. Then let me see how many played. So I know Zion played 35 minutes. He might not play because I don't know why they had him in there. Like, they're down. I'm watching the game saying, please rest him the whole 4th quarter. Like, when a team is playing on the first leg, go back-to-back, I always, especially if I'm interested in him in the next game, that's why I was watching the Rockets game. I always watch that game. You see what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if Jeff Green pop up on the injury report as well for the Rockets. He knocked knees with somebody who was like pretty like in a lot of pain for that. But I mean, the Pelicans, Valanciunas, he's going to have a lot better game because Jokic just owns Valanciunas. He's going to have a lot better game. He only played 25 minutes. Ingram has been struggling lately, but he can do well versus this Dallas defense. He played 34 minutes. CJ McCollum didn't have a good game. Shot 4 of 10, 3 of 8 from 3. He played 30 minutes. Herb Jones, only 19 minutes. They're going to need his ass tonight. Trey Murphy, I know he's coming back from an injury. He might not play as well. He played 27 minutes. You got Larry Nance. You got Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels, Najee Marsh only 12 minutes. They're a much more defensive-minded team, whereas the Mavs are obviously an offensive-minded team. They don't have a ton of depth. Even if Lively comes back, he'll probably be super rusty and still kind of worried about the ankle. I want to see who plays here for the Pelicans. It's a horrible spot with them getting in at 4:30 in the morning, but I know that this is an interdivisional matchup, and I know that the Pelicans are a much better team than the Mavs. And even with them getting in at 4:30 in the morning to their hotel, if they want to win this game and they play their guys, they're going to win this game. I think they're a couple levels above the Mavs, especially with no Luka. Remember, they beat the Knicks with no Luka, but it's really tough to do it multiple times. You see what I'm saying? If they double team Kyrie or even just put Herb Jones, who's a hell of a defender, on Kyrie, it's going to be a tough night for him. I'm going to wait for see who plays, or if everybody plays for the Pelicans. I'd still lean their way first half and full game, guys. They can still get this done. Even if Zion doesn't play, they still have the tools to get the job done. But it is really tough getting in at 4:30 in the morning. But I still think they're a better team. Last game up. Let's go over to the streets of Utah here. This line was Lakers minus 2.5. It's coming down to 1. That's obviously because money is piling in on the Jazz. Jazz have been absolutely balling. Now, Lakers have shown that they can smack the Jazz. They've shown that they can own the Jazz early this year when the Lakers were playing horrible. What did they do? They smoked the Jazz 131-99. That was at the house. They were laying 7.5. This game's in Utah, obviously. Jazz have been balling. They've won, I believe, 10 out of their last 10 games, 10 out of their last 12 games, covered 10 out of their last 12 as well. They've been balling. They didn't really have to play a ton of minutes last night because they smacked up the Raptors. It's still third game in 4 nights, though, coming back from that East Coast road trip. At some point, I do feel like it's going to catch up with the Jazz. Now, I can't bet against them once again, but if the Lakers won this game, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Most of the people that look at the games like they're easy, they're taking the Jazz here. Now, I'm not saying they can't get it done, but there are some guys that I don't know, man. There are some guys that, let's just say, I don't know, that just look at the game like it's easy and just go with the easy plays, and they're on the Jazz. You see what I'm saying? So, not saying they can't get it done, but if the Jazz were to drop one of these games on this homestand, it might be up against the LA Lakers. You see what I'm saying? So Steven says, so Chip says he's not putting his money on the Lakers unless Jay says to. Steven says, keep fading the Lakers. 77 Figure says, no thanks. No thanks for the fakers. In my opinion, he said, my daughter calls you me and Jay. What's up to your daughter there, VV? What's up to your daughter there, man? Jazz overvalue. Lakers not playing good. Spread says Lakers smack. Lakers will win. Fixed league. That's a fact. Not me on the Lakers. That's what he says. West Nile says all positive vibes. Beast says he just joined the membership. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you there for their support. But let me get out of here. I ain't here to waste your time. I don't really know what's going to happen with the Lakers. I don't even know if I say I lean towards the Lakers. I know that they're pissed, and I know that they're in due for a win. I think the Jazz are due for a loss in one of these games, but they are playing really well right now. The Lakers can still match up well with the Jazz, and the Lakers actually have the rest advantage in this game. But this line is plummeted from 2.5 to 1. All the square is going to be on the Jazz here, but I mean, as good as they've been playing, it's hard to fade the Jazz right now. You see what I'm saying? I even said the same thing yesterday. It's really hard to face them, but the Lakers aren't on the last leg of a 6-game West Coast road trip. You see what I'm saying? And they got the rest advantage. Don't be surprised if LeBron and AD dominate this game, man. Don't be surprised. But I'm not on it. I don't think I'm going to get there. But don't be surprised if the Jazz drop this one, man. But let me get up out of here, man. One top look for me. AJ say he on the Lakers. He said he ain't scared. Steven Harrison said he on the Lakers. He said he ain't scared. You see what I'm saying? You got to go with your gut, my guys. You got to go with your gut. Jerry Q said he'd like post your plays in the chat as well, man. Wizards, Warriors, Pelicans, Lake Show money line. I can't talk you off. AJ says you like anybody for the wild card games. Man, I like a couple ugly picks. Football is not my thing, and I've seen way too many people on the Browns, and they say that they're saying that the books need the Texans as well, so that doesn't make me feel good. But if I were to bet some NFL today, I'd be taking Browns in the first half. Just kind of fading a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach in their first playoff game. It could take them a little. They might have a little jitters. I'd possibly look towards Browns in the first half and full game. It's one of those that like you take them first half, and then if they don't get it done, then you can look towards them in the full game. But I still think the Browns, like, with that defense, is going to eat Stroud up. Stroud's a hell of a player, but I think the Texans are more of just kind of fat and happy, just happy to be there. It's really hard for me to see the Texans advance, but I don't know. I'm not an NFL guy. I'll be honest with you. I don't even really know the players and shit like that, but I know that Browns defense, in my opinion, is one of the best in the league. And I'd lean Dolphins. I know that they're in the weather. Like if that game was in a dome, I'd have a heavy bet on the Dolphins here, but it's not. It's in Kansas City, and it's gonna be frigid as a motherfucker out there. And I know that that's not the greatest spot for the Dolphins, but I still lean their way plus a 4.5, my guys. But I just NFL is not my thing, my guys. It is not my thing, and I tell you straight up. You see what I'm saying? Zion's out. Doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, bro, because I don't know why they had him in there. So they got Brandon Ingram, questionable. CJ McCollum, questionable. Zion out. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever, guys. It whatsoever. So I'd wait to see who's gonna play in that game. I'd wait to see, but yeah, I told you straight up. But I just don't need nobody to pop up on the injury report for the Warriors. Give me the Warriors plus 11.5. You're gonna grade me off one play today. Warriors is my best bet, it's my play of the day. But honorable mentions, very honorable mentions. Rockets plus a 15.5, plus a 16, guys. I think it's a really good play. I ain't gonna lie. I think Udoka come back to Boston. He says that he doesn't care about this game. He cares. Trust me. He's rallying his team up, and the team cares. They're going to want to get this win for Udoka as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockets shocked the world today versus the Boston Celtics, my guys. But play of the day, Warriors. Wouldn't be surprised if they shocked the world and won this game outright, but I'm only taking 11.5. Honorable mentions, Rockets plus 15.5, Magic plus 11.5. Lakers -1, Bulls as well. Hopefully Levine sits, and I still lean Knicks as well. And then we'll see who play. If it's only Zion out and CJ Ingram and whoever else was on that motherfucker, if they play, then oh shit, Dylan Brooks in that motherfucker. Oh boy, I told you, bro. They care about this game. I'm probably putting some on Rockets plus 15.5. That's what I'm doing. You don't have to. I'm probably putting some on Rockets plus 15.5. Warriors plus 11.5 play today. I like them Rockets, guys. I'm finna get out of here. I've been on here 32 minutes. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Guys, if you like the show, if you like me doing a Saturday show, if you want more of these shows, let's get 1,500 likes on this show, my guys. If you want a show tomorrow, I hadn't even looked at the card, but if you want me to keep doing these weekend shows, I'm supposed to be playing with my daughter right now, man. Let's get 1,500 likes on the show. Y'all can do it. It's like 7,000 people that watch the show. Why we can't get 1,500 likes, man? That would be the most ever. Go download the Action Network app, man. But most of all, hit the like button, my guys. I appreciate it. Share the word about the show as well. You can join the channel as a member. You don't have to, but the Golden Picks member, I believe we have hit 4 straight parlays, guys. It's like unofficial, you know what I'm saying? But I believe we have hit 4 straight parlays. So it's just you don't have to. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. You'll be glad. You'll be glad. My guy is in the Bahamas right now. He said, I appreciate you, bro. He said, I appreciate you. You've been making me so much money. I'm in Bahamas with my girl right now. So I'm just saying, you don't have to. But hit the like button. Let's get this cash, my guys. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's all love. I really do love you guys. Like, it's all love, man, especially people that's like been there since day one or even just day one of the season that's been with me through these ups and downs. Start the season horribly, guys. And I don't even mention the streaks. You know what I'm saying? But we started off horribly. It was eating me up. The vibes are back. We're cashing, man. Let's keep it going today. I'm on the Warriors. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna sprinkle some on the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? So you can do whatever you want, but one play of the day for me, Warriors plus 11.5. But yeah, I like them Rockets. I like them, my guys. Let's see where the Pelicans line go. Let's get some cash today, guys. Let's get 1,500 likes one time for the Saturday show. It's all love. I hope everybody has a great day. Hope you guys win your bets. Best of luck. We stand calculated. We're noticing the patterns. We're trusting our instincts. We're not having any regrets, my guys. It's all love. Hit that motherfucking like button. Let's get 1,500 likes, guys. Let's go. We out. Come on. Let's cash, baby.